Hey there, I want to share something with you that I've seen over and over again. Something most people miss until they feel it in their own bones. You've changed. You've outgrown old habits, old relationships, maybe even old careers. But the place you live in, it still reflects a version that no longer exists. And that disconnect between who you are now and what your home says about you, that can quietly hold you back. Not dramatically, not in a way that gets noticed on day one, but in subtle, soul-depleting ways. I've worked with people at huge life intersections. CEOs post-burnout, women rebuilding after divorce, creatives trying to reclaim their identity. And one thing is always true. They've done the inner work, but their space hasn't caught up. And that friction, it messes with your energy, your clarity, your self-belief. Your environment either mirrors who you're becoming or it pulls you back into who you used to be. Let me give you an example. A client of mine was a retired Navy officer transitioning into writing full-time. He says, I need a room that helps me write, that makes me feel like the man I'm becoming, not the one I had to be. So we built a space that reflected that. A Hemingway Havana, leather textures, open wood shelves, heavy furniture, plants, framed manuscripts. 2 weeks later, he sent me a photo of his first chapter and said, this room pulled out the words of me. It wasn't the decor, it was the room. Finally matched where his soul was trying to go. Here's the truth no one tells you. Design isn't about decoration, it's about direction. It tells your body this is how we feel now. It tells your spirit this is what's safe. This is what's next. If your bedroom still whispers shame, if your kitchen screams exhausted mom when you're finally finding your power, it's not just uncomfortable, it's costing you clarity, momentum, and peace. And here's what I want you to do right now. It's something I've given to every private client I've worked with. The mindset to space audit. Choose 3 values or emotions you want your home to reinforce. Not what's trendy, what you actually crave. Peace, power, freedom, or clarity. Walk through every room and ask, does this space reflect that? Or does it contradict it? Then don't do a full renovation, just make one intentional change. One light, one piece of decor, one object that feels like the future you. That small shift, it moves the energy. It tells your nervous system we're safe to evolve. And I get it. This might sound soft, but I've watched it change lives. Another client had just gotten divorced. She told me her bedroom felt like a museum of marriage that didn't survive. Beige everything, hard lighting, silence. I asked what she wanted to feel. She said, hopeful, whole, central. So we softened the lighting, added velvet pillows and a candle she loved, tucked her favorite book in the nightstand and removed everything that whispered compromise. A week later, she called crying, not because it was a beautiful space, because it finally felt like her. That's what I help people do. I don't just create lovely rooms. I build environments that help people come back to themselves. Because here's what I believe. Your space should be a reflection of who you're becoming, not a prison built by who you had to be. And if you've evolved, if you're feeling like you've outgrown your own home, that's not something to ignore. That's your intuition telling you it's time. I'll leave you with this. Comment below what part of your home feels the most out of sync with who you are today. If you're ready to stop living in a space that drags you back into old patterns, let's talk. I offer one-on-one intensives where we rebuild your home to match your new identity. Subscribe if you want more than tips, if you want spaces that feel like truth. This isn't about trends. This is about your evolution, and it's time your home catches up.